Sentry mode activated. Target acquired.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Gunners Guild. Rajang just got released and kinda shook up the whole meta a little bit, so let's cover what's going on with the Zhang. First things first, with the Rajang update, we got a bunch of changes to the Augment system. Now, rare 10 weapons get 9 Augment slots, rare 11s get 6, and rare 12s get 5. This lets rare 10s and 11s get another rank of critical up or element up, and rare 12s can now run crit 2 and 2 elemental augments or an attack augment and a crit augment. So that's cool, just another bump up there. Weapons that can be customized now also get 6 custom augments instead of 5, so that's kinda cool. There are some problems here because depending on your weapon, you can only do specific things on your level 6. Like heavy bowguns only get attack up, which is weird. Bows can still do crit or element. Light bowguns can do attack, affinity, and element for some reason, because they couldn't do element before. So there's some interesting changes going on with this. So Bow, for example, now has to choose between Fulgur Anjanath or Toby for Thunder, because there are enough elemental augments and customizations to allow it to get close to Toby in element, and straight up destroy it in raw, and it totally just takes a poo on Zinogre's bow now. So there may be some times where Fulgur does a bit more damage, like on a weakened Tigrex Wing or Kushala. However, Toby's boosted paracoats are still very valuable. Toby and Zinogre cannot have custom augments, so they're going to fall off in the long run if we keep getting more augments. Bherma is now the go-to for ice bows since it gets more customizations now and kind of destroys everything else. Legiana was still inching ahead in damage, but the extra augments it gets now is putting it ahead. It does like 1 or 2 more damage, so there's that. Obviously our other bows could already do customizations, so they're just better. They can all run Affinity and Elemental 4 now, so woo. The Dragon bows, however, are all rare 11 and they didn't really change with that, so it's kind of a shame, but whatever. So on the bowgun side, the extra augments didn't really change much because we don't really gauge bowguns on their raw. The ammos were kind of the main factors there. So we're still going to be using all the same bowguns for the most part, they're just a bit better. Most bowguns can run attack and affinity now, or a slot. Other than that, there's not really much worth doing with the extra one, although elemental light bowguns will appreciate the slot for sure. Now for Rajang weapons, it's kind of a mixed bag. The bow is not very good. It's high raw because all Rajang stuff is high raw, and it's got 120 element, which is pretty poor. However, if you want to go the route of memes, this bow is hands down the best bow for Frostcraft Dragon Pierce, or going that Heroics DP 1k Dragon setup. But other than that, since it's got a unique model, it's not getting any more element, so it's not going to be used for meta play at all. The light bowgun's okay. I really wish it had autoload on the spread 3s, not the spread 2s, because why bother using the spread 2s on autoloader when Namiel has recoil 1 on spread 2s and a clip of 5? It's like 3 times the rate of fire over autoloader. What it's going to be used for is sticky 3s, since it's like the Shara bowgun but with more raw. Normal 3s look pretty tempting too, and it may be stronger than the arena bowgun for normal 3s. I'll have to play around with that a bit, but I don't expect anything to come with it. Normals kind of have their own problem. On the heavy bowgun side, first let me say that this thing is kind of crazy looking. It looks like a Diablos weapon. Rajang never had a heavy bowgun before, so I was curious what they're going to do with it. Basically though, this is just the replacement for Shara heavy bowgun for stickies and clusters. It's got nothing else going on for it, unfortunately. Autoloader on spread 3 is garbage for heavy bowgun when Glutton 2.0 has 3 times the rate of fire and a clip size of 8, and autoloads on normal 3s are even worse, so we're basically left with autoload sticky 3s and clusters, just like the Shara heavy bowgun. No sleeps, but it does have usable para. It has much higher raw though, so that's kind of the trade. But ultimately, it's kind of lackluster. I was hoping for something new, like a good sized set of normal 3s with only needing 1 recoil mod to make it usable, and sticky backup so it has 2 effective primary ammos, but oh well, whatever. For armor, it's good. The headpiece is basically going to be the go-to headpiece for a while. It's basically just a better version of the Fulgur Anjanath helm, which a lot of sets were running anyway. The waist is also pretty solid too, because once you pair it with the head, you get your free 2-piece set bonus for Mind's Eye and Ballistics, which is pretty fine in my books. I'll probably use it on some normal builds. The other pieces have Resentment on them, and I do like Resentment. I'm probably going to figure out a way to cram that into builds on Teostra. And the alpha versions have some handicraft, but ultimately I think the real stars here are just the head and the waist. Going to have to readjust my sets around these pieces, I'm sure. The new Volcanic Guiding Lands is pretty much cancer, and you're going to need to farm a lot of it though for your new augments, unfortunately. It hosts everyone's favorite monsters like Lava Seoth, Uragon, Basil Goose, Brachydios, Lunastra, Kushala, and Rajang. The level 7 monster there is Tempered Rajang, which you're going to need for your 3rd slot, so get to farming that. The Tempered Silver Rathlos and Tempered Gold Rathian also spawn in their corresponding areas, and you'll be using those for your extra customization slots. And lastly, as you all know, you can craft layered armors now with the smithy. Just tier 1 monsters for now, though I'm sure they're going to be expanding it to help bring players back over time, because there's no reason not to, and they said they're going to. So it's going to be a nice talking point for future updates as well, as they drip feed that to us. However, now we can wear that stylish Gyros armor at least. So yeah, that's basically the Rajang update. Thank you all for watching, and good luck out there, hunters, and whatever you may be hunting.